Well, we've made it, ladies and gentlemen. Stream 32 of the season, the third of the playoffs, and the last one of the year. As the TSI World Bees welcome the current, reigning and defending, going for a repeat, league and playoff champion, Leeds Knights to town for Game 6 of the playoff qualifying group stages. For the Bees, it's all about pride tonight. For Leeds, it's about topping the group and possibly an easier tie next week at the Sky Dome. I'm joined this week once again by Chris Beale. And Chris, for tonight, it's all pride for the Bees. The Leeds have something on the line, something to keep everyone interested, I suppose.
Yeah, something to keep everybody interested, but I will just point out, Joe, there's no such thing as an easier tie in the playoffs. Everybody seems to bring their A game.
On the evidence of last night, I think Leeds will do their best to avoid Swindon.
Indeed.
Well, these two teams obviously met last night up at Ellen Road. The Leeds Knights winning 7-3 thanks to a hat-trick from Jake Witkowski. The tables for the groups at the moment look like this. That's the one, Thomas. I'll give you your cookies back in a minute. More on that in a second.
Yes, we're
in Group A, the Leeds Knights are through, as are the Peterborough Phantoms, but top spot is on the line tonight. Leeds need a win. Peterborough obviously need a win just to keep the pressure on against Hull. That is the other game that will start at 5:30. In Group B, it's where all the fun is. The Swindon Wildcats qualified last night with a 6-1 win against the Telford Tigers. The Tigers can sit second, but it is down to them and the Lightning. And more on that, the Lightning, they start at 5:15 as they travel to Romford, knowing they have to win. But there's possibility for some shenanigans to go on. Telford know that they need to pick up a win by any means necessary, and they start 45 minutes after the Lightning do. So they will know what they have to do by the time they take to the ice in the third period. Chris, obviously you're going to Coventry. I couldn't be bothered. Who do you think, firstly, Telford and Milton Keynes, who do you think takes the fourth spot? And of the four teams, who do you think wins it?
Oh, it's difficult to say because MK have really not been in form coming into this. Obviously with 2 wins, 2 losses and that 1 overtime loss. Telford are only one win better, but I think I've got to pick Telford in that. That Raiders roster, it can spring a surprise on anybody. It's got some good weapons, and with the Buccaneers roster as well now, they're not playing anymore, so they've got the addition of reinforcements that they can bring into that game. And MK, obviously, they're missing 3 key pieces. They're also missing Tim Wallace through suspension. I think it's all to play for there. I think the Raiders could spring a surprise on everybody tonight.
Well, here tonight we know the Knights have everything to play for, and top spot on the line. They will play whoever qualifies second. Could it be Swindon? Could it be Telford? Could it be Milton Keynes? We'll find out the answer by about 8:30 tonight. Your teams here tonight. Firstly, for the TSI World Bees, they line up as follows with a few injuries. 2, Adam Rossbottom. 5, Ollie Nags. 9, Vanya Antonov. 17, Harry Harkup. 18, Ryan Webb. 21, Marcel Balaz. 23, Dominic Gabai. 24, Dan Rose. 27, Josh Smith. 29, Gianni Vitali. 65, Harvey Stead. 71, Josh Kelly. 74, Liam Morris. 75, Brendan Baird. 91, Aidan Doughty. Netminders 36, Rory McGibbon. And 44, Brithen Priest. No Zane McKenzie. No Ed Bradley. No Stuart Morgan. No Brett Shepherd tonight for the Bees. Going down with injuries in the last week or two for the most part. Our visitors Leeds Knights, as we are rushing through, because the one time these teams are out early is tonight. The Leeds Knights, they line up as follows. 2, James Archer. 3, Bailey Perry. 6, Ethan Hare. 8, Bo Neely. 9, Jordan Blaser. 11, Matt Hayward. 12, Kieran Brown. 14, Lewis Baldwin. 24, Dylan Hare. 33, Finn Braden. 37, Matt Barron. 41, Ollie Endicott. 44, Jordan Griffin. 54, Noah McMullen. 81, Louis Colvin. 91, Jake Witkowski. 95, Matt Howlett. Netminders 31, Sam Gospel. 32, Harrison Walker. Not icing tonight, it's Innes Gallagher, Tommy Spraggan and Gregor Mills from the usual lineups. Our officials are on the ice tonight. We have referees in the Water Wings of Power, Mr. Adam Bicknell and Mr. James Irons, and linesman Mr. Sean Lalonde and Mr. Jonathan Saul. As Brithen Priest leads out the Bees for the final time in 2023-2024. We'll be back following the national anthem, where I'll finally let Chris talk you through his players to watch the game. Back in a sec.
Well, a very good evening and welcome to the Slough Ice Arena, home of the Bees. Tonight we start off with a check presentation from the Bees Supporters Club, so I can please ask our assistant captains Brendan Baird and Aidan Dowsey to step forward, please, to accept tonight's check on behalf of the Bees. Ladies and gentlemen, you have raised and given over to the Bees £39,000. Big thank you to all the supporters this season, and hope we'll see you all, of course, next season as well. Big thank you to all the supporters club for your help and support this year. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can, please stand for tonight's national anthem.
£1,000 raised by the Bees Supporters Club, which I believe is a record from what I was told earlier. Chris, what do you see? Now you've got time. Wants to watch Bees and the Knights.
Oh, well, I mean, to be honest, it's a little bit cliche, but I think that entire Knights roster you really have to watch.
That's called a cop-out, my friend.
Well, no, okay. But specifically, I'm going to go with Matt Howlett.
Any reason, or just Matt Howlett?
Well, Matt Howlett has these incredible bursts of speed that can just catch teams totally unawares. And the thing I've noticed about the Knights from watching, because obviously I don't get to watch the Knights and national teams week in, week out, so I have to rely a lot on highlight packs. But the thing I've noticed from the highlight packs is the Knights like to play that two-man high up rush, and Howlett is going to be so dangerous on that. If you don't find a way to close him out quickly, you're going to be in trouble. The other end of the ice, they've been a little bit quiet during the playoffs, but Marcel Balaz and Dom Gabai, definitely the two to look out for the Bees. If they can rediscover whatever it was that led to them being the top two guys scoring points for the Bees this year, could do some damage, because it's all about pride here. It's all about sending these Bees fans home with at least, you know, something positive to end the season. But as you said, the Knights are going all out to try and get what they think might be an easier draw in that playoff weekend at Coventry.
Starting net minus for both teams tonight. Brithen Priest starts for the Bees in the playoffs. He is 0-5-0, a 6.23 goals against average, a .843 save percentage in 279 minutes of the crease. For the Leeds Knights, a first playoff start for Harrison Walker. He made a handful of appearances in the regular season for the Knights. He picks up this game in what is essentially a dead rubber for the Knights. They are in regardless, and also they clearly don't give a monkeys who they get next week in Coventry as the Bees win the opening draw.
Well, he's a 21-year-old netminder. He's played a few games this year. I think he's won every single one he started. Get some experience for him in the playoffs.
I believe now Annika, who's also sat to our right, will correct me if I'm wrong, but the last time the Bees and the Knights played in a playoff game was a couple of years ago. Didn't you have to edit something like 15, 17 goals, something like that in it? Because it just turned into a no one wants to play defence night. So, good luck!
And there it is, the commentator's curse, ladies and gentlemen, as the puck is iced as it's played up.
17 goals or one. Find out in about 2 and a bit hours.
16 last week.
Puck iced, as Chris says, come all the way back into the Bees zone.
I watched that. I ended up watching the highlights of the whole game back with my flatmate, and her reaction at I think like the 7th whole goal was, "Isn't that enough?"
No. Hayward with the puck, back towards the blue line, gets it down low, poked towards goal by Blazer, but wide. Gabai collects the loose puck. 2 men watch Balaz skate towards the bench. Bees struggling to count to 5 for a moment there as they change and put the second unit on. Knights from behind their own net. Blazer. Cross-ice pass, neat bounce off the board will find Witkowski. Puck back to Witkowski, down below the goal line. Weaves his way through 2 Bees, still with it. No one really closing down. Harveystead being drawn high out of position, but he's able to escort Witkowski away. He has to play it in deep to Blazer. Pins the ball by Kelly, who's able to take the puck away. Clearance kept in by Neely. Hayward towards goal. Takes the deflection, takes it high into the plexi. Hare will throw it across the net. Kelly quickly closed down by Barron, or by Braden, sorry. Archer. Kelly throws out the NIHL 22 block. Braden can't quite glove that down. Falls to Ethan Hare. Takes it away from Kelly again. Back to the blue line, fired through traffic. Priest able to make the first save. Bounces loose. Harveystead there on clean-up duty. Able to clear it up ice. Finds Rose, gets to centre ice line, dumps it in, let the Bees change.
Just there with that pressure, they always seem to have. There's always a trailing Knights player, always a fellow Knight in close attendance, able to pick up the poke checks, pick up the loose pucks, and sustain that pressure. And the Bees really were quite lucky there to get out of that situation.
Baird. Cross to Ollie Nags, it comes in, over centre ice, dumps it in. Just watching Sam Gospel going for a wander down below us. So he wants to watch it from the comfort of the changing room.
Very cramped benches here at Slough.
Knights play it ahead. Back to Barron. Bounces away from Endicott. Bees able to clear. Smith once again over centre ice. Flipped ahead. Into the zone by the Knights. Hayward gives chase into below goal area. We'll get the words out in a minute. Rossbottom able to jump ahead of Bracer to get to the puck. We'll lead the rush the other way for the Bees. One man to beat. Stands him up very well. I believe it's Jordan Griffin back there. Puck back to Goodbye. Wheels around. Goodbye towards the front of the net. Tries to shovel it in short side under Walker. He'll hold on. The first real break of play since the Arsenal call, 3:53 gone.
And then we kind of see the difference in the two forechecks that these teams are employing. Bees are employing more of a high one-man puck carrier, having to kind of do all the work, trying to look for his carriers to be in space instead of being in close attention. Does generate the shot, does generate the face-off though.
Bees do win the draw. Kelly keeps that in, shoveled down low. Balaz finds Rossbottom. Goodbye. Goes to assist, tries to find Kelly on the back door, that's poked away. Leeds break the other way, 3-on-3. Puck thrown into the zone. No one in a grey shirt, I suppose we could say, for tonight. Baz able to find Rossbottom. Thrown across goal. Baz plays for a bounce that doesn't come, and Knight's able to clear. Stead under pressure from Witkowski, forced to go behind the goal. Will lead the rush up ice himself. Throws it around the net. Rose can't get that away from Blazer. Knights once again the other way. Little drop pass towards net, kicked away by Priest. Braden trying to take the eyes away. And cross the crease. Thrown into no man's land. Knights into the zone once again. Played ahead by Archer. Ethan Hare throws it towards the goal. Priest will glove that one down and hold on.
And we saw that that's something that the Bees are really going to have to watch out for, especially with playing that one-man high, which means a lot of stretch plays. Knights have been very, very good this season at forcing those turnovers off those interceptions in the neutral zone and making those two men make you pay on the back end.
Face off. Priest is right. Held up, fired into a linesman. Harveystead mounts first. Finds Baird. So good job of pinning the Bees in. That one launched up ice. Will come all the way back. Face off, 2 creases left. One by the Knights. Baird able to reach over and take it away from Kieran Brown. The Bees the other way, 2-on-1. Rose up the right hand side, who's skating on his own. Down row shot that hits the logo on Harrison Walker's chest. He'll hold on. Will be received by the Knights bench. Walker obviously splitting his time this year between the Knights and the Widnes Wild, predominantly with the Knights, of course, as Chris said earlier.
Also, he's a product of the Bradford Bulldogs junior system as well. But we just saw there, I think one of the ways the Bees are going to try and find a way to possibly win this game is forced turnovers, high-speed rushes, 2-on-1, 2-on-0 like that, like we saw there. Not really too bad that Vanya Antonov was wide open there, but in that situation, you've either got to shoot or you've got to pass. Still did win the face-off, but as much speed as the Knights have, sometimes speed used against them can actually be their own worst enemy, I've seen.
As they take it back to the blue line, fire through traffic, takes deflection, bobbles over the bar, comes off a couple of sticks in front of the net. Brown will try and shuffle it behind the Bees' net. Let the forecheck try and create the turnover. Doesn't on this occasion. Webb will take it away for the Bees as Brown closes him down. Cross ice finds Josh Smith, tries to chip it around the last man. Josh Smith does, gets a shot almost. It's blocked by the first man it comes across. Goodbye, take away at the blue line. Immediately cops it back over. Knights the other way, played ahead by Howlett as they go for a change. Kelly. Goodbye. That one misses a stick. Ross Bottom able to collect it the second time of asking. Morris. Long cross ice pass towards Ross Bottom. Icing called on that one. We can delete to the way back. Just under 7 minutes gone in the first.
Well, it's already a bit of a wall of grey going up across that Knights blue line, forcing the Bees to go ever wider and bounce pucks off the boards, trying to, in a way, exploit the uniqueness of their own rink, looking for these long stretch plays. But Knights kind of it's well scouted at the moment.
Win the draw with Hayward. Down line behind the net, works his way from one that Bees forward. Witkowski loses out to Balaz, so he'll just chip it away. Rossbottom will take it over centre ice. Escorted away from danger, drop pass finds Goodbye. Goodbye shot, saved by Walker. Bobbles it for a split second, quickly recovers.
Nice reaction time there by Dom Goodbye, just immediately gets the snapshot off of the drop play. Wins the face-off in the offensive end. But the problem at the moment is for the Bees is they need to start winning these offensive zone face-offs because they're not really getting any sustained offensive pressure.
Face-off won by the Bees, as Chris says, win the face-off and lose the puck almost immediately. Played a pass to Witkowski. No look, drop pass, Hayward shot, fired wide. Bees return serve the other way, Antonov. Takes it wide left, thrown across goal, bounces away from Dan Rose. Knights first to the loose puck, played up ice. Nags with a good stick lift to take it away, washes out any icing call.
So there again, that move won all out of a lot of quick passes, a lot of quick moves.
Harvey said unable to find tape on that one. Come all the way back. Also, we should address the good thing about this week. The camera! We've got a new one!
We've got a new camera.
It's not going to break!
Which means we don't have to get Tom to skirt with child labour laws by changing the...
he is still pressing the buttons.
Ah, yes, he is our producer this week.
Yes, so apologies, Leeds fans. We do have a 10-year-old producing the stream this week, as opposed to the 2 10-year-old mentally people doing commentary. Dan Rose, cross-eyed.
As they say, never work with animals or children.
No, we talk about Tom. Antonov. Throws it in down low. Good pressure there from the Bees. Creates a turnover, but immediately out the zone. Harvey Stead back to collect.
Well, this kind of plays into everything I've been saying so far, that they're either turning it over in the offensive zone or they're winning face-offs and just immediately turning it over off the face-off.
Again, good forecheck as well by this Knights third unit. Forces the Bees to just throw it up ice and get the change in.
The thing is about this Knights, they're just so well drilled that they just seem to be everywhere. Even when there's a puck in loose space, they've got a skater who's immediately heading towards it, while the Bees seem to be at least 3 or 4 strides behind on that same puck.
Baird with a good intercept job to stop Endicott at the Bees blue line. Knights will just turn back and try the right-hand side this time with Howlett. And again, it's quickly moved back across. Barron throws it on ahead. Foot race to the puck. Bees come away with it for a moment. Turned over there by Howlett down low. Howlett tries to find Barron. Webb intercepts. Howlett, his pass blocked by Harker.
I mean, we saw it just there. Josh Kelly's out on the wing, in space. There was a clean lane as well. He couldn't get the puck to, but instead the Bees opt to bounce it off the boards at the near side.
Knights once again trying to move through traffic. That one cut apart by Rossbottom. Goodbye into the zone. Stick on his way round one. Good work by the D-man. Can't quite see it from that angle, but it's covered up by Harrison Walker. Chris, I was saying to someone last night when I was at the Link Centre, no one judged me, it's refreshing to see the Leeds Knights, the 2 seasons they've won the league title now, they've done it in different ways. Last year it was very much we're going to bulldoze you on a scoreboard and you're going to try and stop us. This year it's been a lot more surgical and building it from the back. The defence has been rock solid. I think only went through 100 goals conceded in about March.
Well, I mean, my favourite quote for this season is from the head coach of my own team, Ben Painter, which is, good teams find ways to win and defence wins championships. And it's all well and good having a team that can score 12 goals, but if you can't stop 13 at the other end, and as much as, obviously, yes, this Leeds Knights team could score way more than 13, as the Knights will dump it into the corner. The Bees will try to clear it. You know, it's all well and good having a roster that can, as I said, score 13, but if you can't stop 14 going the other way, especially when everybody's going to have figured out all your tricks from the previous season this year, it makes sense to freshen things up and change the approach a little bit.
Icing waved off on that one. Morris first to it. Puck finds way to Goodbye through centre ice. 3 men with him. Dom Goodbye through traffic. Dom Goodbye to the front of the net. Rebound loose. Adam Rossbottom will poke it home. It's good work from the Bees forward line. The top line is probably the only one that's turned up for all of the playoffs so far. And Adam Rossbottom gets his 2nd of the weekend. 10:50 time in the goal.
Rossbottom gets the poking, but this is all Goodbye. Up the centre lane. Players in close attention. Fires it. It dings off the post, I think, and then it's just out for Rossbottom to collect and poke home.
Rossbottom crashing the net, picking up the rebound, as Chris says, off the post.
Go to the net and good things will happen.
Other cliches are available. Chris will go through most of them tonight by the time we get to half 7.
It's my last game of the season on commentary. Last game of the year. Can't leave anything out now.
Braden turns the puck over down low, finds Archer. Leaves it for Ethan Hare. Spins away from Rose. Brilliantly, might I add there. Puck down low. Nags wins the foot race to it. Rose. Rossbottom from Goodbye instead. The Bees' first goal. So Knights turn over in neutral zone once again. Ethan Hare collects, spins back. I'll let the Knights get a change in, or at least part of one. Thrown through centre ice. Barron in a foot race to the puck. Held in the corner, and Knights finally bring it away. Baird with Barron once again. Barron spins away from one. Down low to Howlett. Steps away from Webb, blows a tyre. Barron able to help him clean up. The Bees will try and clear. Vitali will try and win that battle with Colvin. Does it eventually. Fire across ice, finds Antonov, quickly brought down by Antonov. Fakes out one man, fires a shot, that one off the plexi behind the goal.
I say it every time I'm on here, but the one thing you do not want to do is give Vanya Antonov time and space with the puck on him, on his stick, at that close range.
One of them will eventually go in. Goodbye. Stick on his way round Matt Haywood up the right hand side, cutting in off the right hand wing. Shot saved by Walker, covers up. And the Young does a very good job of just getting to the top of the paint, cutting the angle down on the Bees coach.
The Knights struggling a little bit here right now to contain Goodbye. Obviously, the first move that led to that goal, and then just there. He seems to have worked out that if he makes that lateral move across the centre, they just don't seem to be able to stop him at the moment.
Face off left of Walker. Bees come away with the puck. Played down low, no one in the black shirt. Knights recover. Tipped up ice, Ross bottom. Tries to find balance. Cross-ice pass, sets Witkowski away. Shot off the stick of Priest. Behind the net. He's able to turn it over. Harvey Stead. Carry it from his own goal line into the Knights' zone. Goodbye, keeps that one in. Bit scrappy here from the Bees as they finally space out. Thrown to the front of the net, deflection off. Goodbye's stick. Walker sees it late, but sees enough of it to hold on. Quite an interesting one to see on the replay.
And that was well recovered there from the Bees because they got all bunched up, almost in their own space there together, which really you don't want even in an offensive situation. You do not want your forwards bunched up three together like that. Does get them the face off in the end, but Don Goodbye really needs to have a word with the boys about their spacing on the next shift.
Knights the other way, thrown into the opposite corner. Braden takes it away from Baird. Thrown towards goal. I think that's unfortunately blocked by James Archer on that one. Vitali able to take it away from Hare.
Oh, there was a lot of traffic there on Priest. It's quite well seen that he got to it.
Vitali thrown across goal. Rose not quite able to get the tip on that time. Knights from their own end once again. Carried over the blue line, fired wide of the net, this time by Bo Neely. Pokes away from Ansel to prevent the breakout.
We really saw there what I've been talking about with Vanya waiting for the puck to come to him, but the Knights player already charging towards the puck and wins the puck in that scenario.
Let's turn it over down low. Doughty, dangerous shot, save Walker, rebound not quite there for Smith. Bees with it once again, back to the blue line. Morris throws it through traffic, deflected wide of the net for the Knights. Half of the puck, Smith wins it, thrown from a tight angle, on goal. Walker will cover it up at the second time of asking. 5:06 remaining in the first.
And this is really good from the Bees here. Sustained offensive pressure, they're moving the puck around, they're winning it back as well when they turn it over.
Face off won by the Knights. Try and launch the counter the other way. Puck fired over to Brown. Played in. Barron beats Kelly to it. Tries to throw it back into the slot for Brown. Works way around to the blue line. Tipped away by Rossbottom.
That was good active stick there by work by Rossbottom there to deflect that clear.
Goodbye. We'll take it away from Howlett. Finds Rossbottom at the blue line. Goes past Neely. Thrown across goal once again. No one able to get a tip on it. Fired back in towards goal by Balaz. Rossbottom takes a hit against the balls. Knights try and break. Harvey Stead collects a loose puck. Finds a wide open Rossbottom. Room to work. Drops it off for Goodbye. Goodbye gets stood up by, I think, Perry this time. 3 and 8, quite hard to see from this far away.
At least it's not white shirt with yellow lettering this time.
Yeah, Hull was pretty bad last week.
Both the scoreline and trying to read the jerseys.
Yes.
Unless you were a Hull Seahawks fan.
Yeah, you loved every second of it.
Yeah.
Turned over. Antonov takes it away from the pile. Foot race towards the park. Griffin gets there first. Fire out. Stead misplays that one. And they'll sneak in with Witkowski. Witkowski off the side of the net. Doesn't pick up the rebound. Harvey Stead does. Haywood immediately pounces on him and creates a turnover. Witkowski drops it off for Haywood. Into the trailing man. Witkowski can't get that one to a stick. Again, gets a tip on that pass as well. Still falls to Vitali. He'll carry it over the blue line at the right-hand side. Stopped by the first D-man he meets. Knights the other way once again.
That was what I was talking about. They're so dangerous, the Knights, with this 1-2-3 system of first guy, second guy, third guy, maybe even fourth getting to the rebounds and loose pucks.
Held up in the corner. Rose takes it away from Blazer.
The interesting thing as well to note with that system is they don't seem to get bunched up as well. They usually maintain very good spacing when they're doing it.
Baird fires it out the zone. Flanked by Dylan Hare. Chipped ahead. Baird jumps in front of the Knights forward on that one. Given away by Smith that time round. Knights the other way. Braden can't get the shot away under pressure from Baird. Does want to collect the puck again. Back to the blue line. Fired through traffic. Gongs Priest on the mask. That one blown dead. We could hear the thud from where we are up on the gantry.
Oh, Morris did really, really well on that previous attempt there, just getting his body in the way or the stick to try and take some of the venom out of that shot, so it went a little bit wide and it wasn't really too powerful.
2:23 to go in the first. Just wait. There's a 23 Justice mask.
Probably saying to the ref, I wish someone would stop ringing that bell. What bell? What bell?
Face off. 2 creases left.
Mate, it's the last time I'm doing this for the season. I've got to get everything in now. Really, we should have done what will Chris say on the air bingo before we came on.
We might do that next season.
Yeah.
Knights the other way. Once again.
How many all elite wrestling references can I get in one show?
Archer's shot off the blocker of Priest. Back to the blue line. Mealy through traffic. Priest sees it that time. Holds on. It'll take under 2 minutes to go in the first period. A game that already feels that neither team really wants to do anything unnecessary tonight. We're not going to see anything in the way of silliness, I don't think.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously from the Bees' perspective, nobody wants to pick up either a long suspension that lasts into next season. Nobody wants to pick up any injuries that will ruin ruin their summer. And from the Knights' perspective, obviously, nobody wants to pick up an injury that means they miss Coventry. Nobody wants to pick up a suspension that means they miss Coventry. As
Goodbye throws one from the goal line. Walker blockers it aside.
The thing about the Bees' offense right now, they're peppering the net whenever they get the opportunity, which with a young netminder you really need to do.
Great poke check there from Kelly to stop the break from Howlett. Barron. Back up to the blue line. No one's picking up Kieran Brown of all people as he goes to the front of the net, tips it onto Priest's pads.
I've been thinking we hadn't seen Kieran Brown much in this game, and now he appears.
Balaz takes it into the zone. He's met by 2 Knights who separate him from the puck. 4 on 3 the other way. Knights, Howlett. Met by Kelly. Able to shuttle it round towards Barron, but Goodbye takes away from him. Final minute, first period. Rossbottom. Over to Goodbye. Tries to go to the front of the net, tries to shovel it in underneath Walker, but it's good work back there from the Knights defence to break that one up. Fired from the goal line by Blaze at that time. Caught Priest late and saw it nonetheless, falling backwards.
Initially fanned on the initial chance now. Balaz will take it the other way. He's got Rossbottom in support.
Drops it off for Rossbottom to the front of the net. That one pushed wide of the goal this time. 20 seconds to go. The Knights one last rush. Witkowski waits for an option. 2B swim deflection off the skate of Rose towards Priest. He'll hold on. 12.8 on the clock. And still enough time for a potential Ryan Aldridge masterpiece.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it takes less than a second to score a goal, so there's at least 12 opportunities to score a goal on the block right now.
Sorry, everyone.
I'm not the one who said that there are 17. You know, there were 17 goals the last time these two teams met. So
I'm just trying to give Anakin nightmares. Morris loses that puck to Endicott. Knights still with it. Time to beat the buzzer, and the shot from Bracer goes wide of the net. Held up well by Dan Rose. And the Bees will hold on to the puck for the end of the first.
Priest had the pad there, though. I think it wouldn't have gone in. I think it would have just made contact with the pad.
Well, we'll get the replay for you right here anyway. Oh, no.
No. Tom,
Thomas!
Tom, you had one job. No cookie for you.
Right, take the cookies away. Well, after 20 minutes here at the hangar, the Bees have a 1-goal lead thanks to an Adam Rossbottom poke at the back post following Donkovai's shot hitting the base of it. The Knights have been dominant in terms of puck possession and zone time. The Bees, as Chris says, able to just pepper the puck on net and taking the opportunities when they come. We will be back here in about 15 minutes' time with the second period. It's Bees 1, Knights 0. Welcome back to the hangar for the second period of tonight's game between the Bees and the Knights. Elsewhere in the one game that has truly started so far, it is Raiders 1, Milton Keynes Lightning 1 as they approach the end of the first period in the nobody laughed too much derby, I suppose we can call it. Here, after 20 minutes, it's Bees 1, Knights 0 in a first period that was largely uneventful. The one Bees goal coming from Adam Rossbottom, crashing the net after Goodbye hit the post. Shots on goal in the first period, there were 8 on Britton Priest, 9 on Harrison Walker, as the Bees and the Knights rejoin us for the second period. Chris, it's a game that feels like we're not going to see any silly business tonight. There's nothing going to be a case of trying to risk injury ahead of Coventry and holidays. It's very much a case of going through the motions, it feels tonight.
It does at the moment, especially with the way both teams see, well, the way looking at it from this end, because we have a perfect view over what we see going on below us. A lot of the Knights shots didn't seem to be fully like they were going for it. It does look like a lot like they are just kind of going through the motions a little bit. But that's the problem with a game like this, where it's a bit of a dead rubber. But at the end of the day, nobody wants to be on the losing side. Nobody wants to be on the losing end. No. And at the end of the day, for the Bees, it would be a great scalp to defeat the league champions in their own barn. Yep. In their barn.
And it'd be a good send-off for the fans for the summer.
Yes.
The Bees win the opening draw with Goodbye. Shove around a Rossbottom. Kept in the blue line by the Knights. Glove down by Goodbye. Slid across to Balaz. Balaz finds the trailing Rossbottom. Taken away by Brown. Takes the pass himself. 2 Bees to beat. Fires a shot from just inside the blue line, wide of Priest's left-hand post. Kept in by McMullen. Towards the slot, chance in front, fired over. Baldwin. To the front of the net, and the Knights tie it up. Shoveled in at the slot. 20-39. The Knights equalise. I'd love to tell you the score was, but I can't see the number on the back of the shirt from over here.
Personally, I couldn't see who the scorer on the back of the shirt was. I believe it might have been Barron, maybe?
As it goes through Howlett.
Yes, it was Barron.
Yeah, Matt Barron picking up his 6th of the playoffs so far.
But Bees unable to clear the loose puck off a couple of loose pucks and rebounds, and the Knights get on the board. Something I noted actually from the highlight packs I watched, a lot of the first goals for the Knights generally tended to fit that pattern of not too highlight reel looking, a lot of chaos around the net, a rebound and a chance that gets slotted in.
Barron from Baldwin and Howlett is the Knights' first goal. Hayward takes across the blue line, crosses in the hair, shot saved by Priest. He'll hold on. And likewise, obviously, the pattern of play of the Bees has been conceding early in periods.
Well, we saw it obviously last week with the Seahawks, where I think going into that second period, we thought, oh, it's all poised on a knife edge, could go either way, and then Bees conceded 2 very early, and it was all downhill from there, really.
I believe they've conceded something silly like 6 goals inside the first minute of the period just in the playoffs. Attempted clearance is stopped by Vitali. He'll spin into his own blue line, finds Rose. Poked away by Neely. Knights once again into the zone. Blazer down low. Knights a chance in front again. Priest is sat down. Puck still loose. Fired over the net this time. So deflected in front by the Bees. Played ahead. And Vitali offside as they try and go the other way.
I'm sure it was Vitali. I think it might have been Steady was deemed offside, because Vitali looked to be the puck carrier, but
face off just outside the Bees' blue line as a Bee going to the locker room below us. Trying to see who it is. After that, they're just Coming off the ice, it looks like it's Dan Rose. Knights take it away from Smith.
Hopefully it's just an equipment repair.
Rose through the locker room, and that one is kept out at the other end. Another chance fired wide, this time by Griffin. And the Bees able to clear.
And good work there, clearing the puck straight off the line, but Bees need to stop letting these chaotic chances around the net, because it's plainly obvious right now. That's what the Knights are looking for. They're not looking for the fancy stuff, they're looking for the greasy stuff, because Griffin Priest is putting up a bit of a wall at the moment.
Face off, Priest is left. Thrown in, Priest out as net player, can't handle it the first opportunity, he does just enough to get it around to Brendan Baird. Nags. Loses the handle for a second, as it's iced. Rose is now heading back to the bench, so nothing to worry too much about there for Bees fans.
Obviously just an equipment repair.
Nearly shot from the blue line. Priest saves it, he's not sure where it's hidden. Finds it eventually, that shot from Neely at the blue line. Face off, left to Priest, Knights come away with it again, fired through the slot. He's able to clear. Brown loses the puck, Perry fights his way back off the stick of Balaz. Bees have to retreat, he's going to very offside. Rossbond tries to play it ahead, good stop by Justin Lalonde. Perry loses out to Balaz once again, who loses an edge, looks for a penalty, nothing there for either the referee or myself on that one. Brown takes it the other way for the Knights, tries to cut in, throws it towards Howler at the front of the net, that one tipped wide.
Again, keying into what you said about people just going through the motions, there hasn't really been anything that's had me saying, why isn't the referee's arm up there, as Priest makes another save, quick on the rebound reaction.
Mullen firing on through traffic from the blue line. They haven't really had to call anything either.
And now we've said that.
Yep.
There'll be... Okay, my money's on tripping call.
They do have a slashing call this year.
Okay.
Join in at home if you would. Nick wants a fight. I think Nick is going for the Grand National option of picking the rank outsider. Annika going for hooking.
Tom's
also
going
wants
for a fight.
I was going to say something rather silly there and get
Tom,
in trouble.
maybe you and Nick could fight if we don't get one on the ice.
Lose as a cop out. Face off to Bruce's right. Knights come away with it and lose immediately the other way. Antonov able to fight his way through two Knights. Tries to go back to Morris. And that one's picked off by Witkowski. Witkowski fired from no man's land off the cuff of the Priest. Mullen fires it across goal. Bobbling puck. Bees able to clear it away. And we get a first penalty. And who said tripping?
What do I win?
You win one of Tom's cookies. He's now
Tom,
promptly hiding them.
Hand it over. I gave you a donut. I gave you 2 donuts, actually. There we go. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, for those who would like the lottery numbers, they will be numbers 15, 12.
Please gamble responsibly. 23:58 the time of penalty. Jordan Boyce sits 2 minutes for tripping as Annika death stares me for not giving him the time. Face off to the right of Walker. Bees power play in the playoffs so far, 6 goals on 16 attempts, 37.5% success rate. The Knights penalty kill has given up 3 goals and 80% success rate through the playoffs. Antonov down low, tries to shovel it underneath Walker. Knights attempt to clearance. Baird Dinch have played that with a high stick. He's going to have to touch it just to save some time on the penalty.
And I believe the Knights penalty kill across the season itself was about 87%?
It would be 82.21, as it says right there. 37 goals conceded on the season.
Maths not my strong point.
They did have a league best 20 short-handed goals, which is insane.
Well, that plays into what I said about they do love the odd man rush up at the point, poke checking it away at the blue line and just getting the rush.
Antonov takes it into the zone, met by two Knights. Witkowski able to clear, Priest now is net to play. Baird, who is very much playing the quarterback role on the Bees power play with Mog injured tonight. Vitali back high. For an option, Antonov down low. Tries to go back to Balaz. Good stick work by Baldwin to take it away. Priest leaves the puck for Baird. Just ticked under a minute left on the man advantage for the Bees.
And the Knights keeping a good shape here at the moment. They're forcing the Bees to play to the outside, and when they do try to get on the inside, there's nobody really there.
Goodbye. Wheels away from one, loses the handle. Mullin forces him to make a pass. Balaz. Down low again to Antonov. Goodbye. Antonov tries to find Balaz. That one just wide of the forward. Baird can't keep that one in at the blue line. Fired across to Goodbye at the right hand side. Offside is called once again. Vitali jumping the gun. 23 seconds left of the brace of penalty.
Might be my eyes playing tricks on me, but I swear Baird was actually already standing outside the blue line when it was passed.
I think he was, yeah. Face off just in the neutral zone. Won by the Bees. Carried into the zone, chipped ahead by Stead. Doughty tries to outmuscle Griffin for the puck. Kept in by Rose. Pinned against the boards. And turned away at the blue line. Here come the Knights the other way. No, that one, the no-look pass doesn't come off. Fired back to Knights, they return to full strength. Brown loses it behind the net. Boycer can't jump that high. Play's blown dead and no one seems to know why.
Attempted hand pass?
I'm going to say, well, I always thought you actually had to touch the puck for it to be a hand pass.
I mean, Smith was up in the, like, jumping up in the air doing his best Space Jam impression to get
yeah, I'm
puck,
embarrassed for you, Tom, don't worry. Loose puck. Rossbottom can't beat Neely to it, but the bounce takes it towards Balaz. He's stopped at the blue line by Endicott. Played ahead, Balaz once again runs into a grey wall. Fired around the boards, Rossbottom. Gets it poked away by Neely. Endicott tries to find Braden. Can't. Endicott dispossesses Goodbye. Fired in deep so that the Knights can start to get part of a change in. Morris across the balance. Bees look to break. Can't get it under control around the zone at the moment. Good forechecking again from the Knights. Finally leaves. Balaz got past the Rossbottom. Can't get under control. Falls nicely for Goodbye. Offside is called on that one. And that one, oh no, penalty has been called behind the play. So just as we said there's going to be no silliness, James Archer wants to go out with a bang. Archer has dropped the gloves. I can't see who with.
I think it's Kelly.
It's either Kelly or Morris. It's definitely a 70. It's Liam Morris. 27:09, time of the penalties. Endicott, I think, has also gone into the box here as well. So, interesting to see what the calls are. Silliness. I think Archer said no.
I think Archer got into a fight the last night's game I commentated with you as well.
I think so. I think I was just confirmed that. James Archer's got 2 minutes on the clock, so the Bees will be going back on the man advantage. We'll wait and see what the 2 minutes was for. Nick is frantically trying to find out what started it.
My money's on a slash.
Look, we've told you about gambling.
The problem is that's why I bought 5 50-50 tickets.
You never win.
A fool and his money are soon parted. No.
I was going to say you have to pay the commentary tax if you win. B's 50-50, it's going to be about £65, I'll take the 5. Well, here here's what Nick thinks started it all off behind the play. Swing and a miss. So B's on the man advantage once again. We'll bring the penalties as and when they're announced. Howlett dispossesses his own blue line, blown tire in front of the Bees. They're still able to keep holding the puck. Goodbye. Fires a shot. It goes through Walker and into the back of the net. And before they can even be announced, the Bees capitalise on the man advantage. 27-23. Dom Gabai's 4th goal of the playoffs.
And it's all Dom Gabai again. Collects the puck, skates it in, has the time to position himself and pick the shot and takes it. Bit of a screen on him as well there.
Snaps it through Walker and in. The Bees retake the lead. We might even find out what those penalties were at some point.
Well, it will just be announced as a delayed penalty goal now, won't it?
Who knows? Knights win the draw. Baldwin throws it on ahead. Baird first to the loose puck.
We might have to pay a visit to the timekeeper's bench in the intermission.
Hayward shot off the glove of Priest and wide. Foul in the corner, turned over down low. Buesa tries to slide it across goal, no one there. Dylan Hare winds up 5 shots, saved by Priest. He'll hold on, 12:09 to go.
It was slashing. I'm scared, Jock. I'm scared, mate. I'm 2 for 2 here. I'm like Mystic Meg.
So I do believe they actually botched that announcement, so we might get it in a second. Who knows? Here we go. Hare throws it ahead. Hayward. Drop pass. Chance in front. Gong's Priest on the mask. He's there filling it up.
Oh, it was 2 for roughing.
I think that was Archer. Icing called. So I think they're all 2 for roughing, but Archer coming in and throwing the gloves got him the extra one, causing the man advantage. I think. Don't quote me on that. Face off, won by the Bees, but Ryan Webb. Turned over almost immediately, leaves with no chance of front, cleared away. Thrown across goal, blocked in front. Goodbye from Balaz and Baird is the Bees' 2nd goal. Knight still with it, thrown across goal, sticks in the lane. The Bees will able to clear it. That one will be iced once again. As this Bees unit out here for quite a while now.
And despite the momentum shift that goal on the power play should have given, we're now back to this Knights. Just Knights getting pressure. Bees unable to really clear it without icing it.
Knights win the draw. Lose it down low. Smith dispossesses the forward, throws it towards Priest. Priest can't get it under control. Probably would have been better off actually covering it up. Webb pinned to the boards. Finally brought out the pile. Doughty just flips it out the zone. Colvin. Thrown across. Ice. Stead runs himself into trouble. Chance in front. Knights for 2 goes at the Cherry. Whistle blown again. I think that one's gone up and out of play. Priest throwing himself in front of that one.
I thought we were looking at 2-2 there.
Me too. If only we had a replay. Face off.
Jordan Bowesa's body language there saying what we're saying here about the replay.
Face off to the right of Bruce. Won by the Knights once more. Witkowski thrown across the zone. Knights starting to get into a rhythm, back up to the blue line. Down low again. And that pass wayward and leaves the zone. Walker can't come out of his net to play it. Icing has been called. Icing has been called. The Bees are livid with that one.
Understandably, I don't think it was a bee that
And
iced
we are going back to centre ice. Just not apologises for the mistake there. So neutral face off in the centre ice dart. Bees do take the advantage and get a change in. Hayward beats Gabai on the face-off and then beats Ollie Nags to the puck.
Again, Bees losing the face-off. Really need to find a way to win them.
Dylan Hare from the blue line. Fired into the corner. Let's turn it over down low. Nags will carry it as far past as he can. He's got one man to beat McMullen. Nags tries to play the pass. It's off the skate of McMullen. Kept in at the blue line. Nope, Rossbottom lets that one bounce over the stick. Nags and Gabai collide, and Nags takes a tumble. McMullen blows the attempted dumping down. Blaser takes it away from Balaz. Pass to Witkowski. It's turned over immediately. Rossbottom skates in. Gabai fired across goal. That one gongs Walker on the mask. Punched down by Barron. Balaz down low to Gabai. Back to Balaz. Great stick work in front of goal there. I believe Jordan Griffin. No, it's Lewis Baldwin. Too many ones and fours. Knights the other way.
At least we can see the ones and fours.
Yes. Brief moment losing the handle on the puck there by Brown. Neely. Fired off the first man, block shot again. Bees look to break, odd man rush time as they skate the other way. Shot from a tight angle from Rose. Stick aside by Walker. Rose spins away from Dylan Hare. Back to the blue line. Baird finds Vitale. Baird attempts a shot, tips taken away from goal. Rose. Pass picked off by Neely. Antonov battles back and gets the puck away from him. Vitale gets it taken away by Hare. Foot race to the puck. Only one winner going to be there, Mac Howlett. Leaves it for Brown. Goes to the stick hand towards the front of the net. Priest able to save that one. Kick it aside. Knights still with it. Chance, a low angle fired wide. 7.5 minutes to go in the second. Endicott from the blue line. Priest sees it, lays it, takes a few deflections, but he's got enough of it to get it wide. Antonov takes it ahead, 3-on-3 the other way. Looks for an option. Griffin takes the passing lane away and sort of round the back of the net. Taking on a lap of the zone, leaves it for Nags. Nags shot, takes the deflection wide of the net. Hare takes a tumble down from Antonov. That's the other way.
I think Banyan might have just got lucky and got away with a triple.
Yeah, me too.
There.
Or even he would seem to look at the referee and go, no. He's into the zone. That one is somehow called, and that one is rather comedy.
Tripping, I summon thee.
Yeah, Dylan Hare is a bit unfortunate there. I don't think that was a trip.
Dylan Hare gets tripped at one end and then gets called for tripping on Smith.
I mean, the replay there, Dylan Hare's just been called tripping for a perfectly played poke check. So that's on a postcard there. 33-10 time of the penalty. And the Bees back on the man advantage as Dylan Hare takes a seat.
It's been a long season. Maybe the referees need a bit of a rest as well.
It's okay, Chris. 26 more minutes, we're done. Face off, won by the Bees. Balaz back to the blue line. Baird finds his way down low to Antonov. Balaz finds Vitali in front. Nope, that one's on his wrong hand, and Howler is able to clear. Priest out of his net to play it. We have Ollie Nags heading to the Bees locker room now. Bees the other way, into the zone, fired across to Vitali. Chance for Balaz is blocked away by Walker. Back to the blue line, Baird, Vitali. Down low to Antonov. Tries to find someone in the slot, no one's there. Goodbye from wide angle, blocked by Howlett. Goodbye, down low. We'll go for the wraparound attempt, back in front. Great poke check by Barron, taken away from Vitali. Barron able to clear under duress.
It's happened a few times now with that play, with Antonov putting it straight into the slot area, but there never seems to be anybody there waiting for him to give it to.
Pass intercepted. Knights on the rush. Baird able to clean up.
45 seconds left on the penalty.
Played into the zone. Barron collects. We'll try and keep it as far away from the Knights' goal as possible. Immediately turns it over as I was saying that. Baird looks for an option. Skates straight through the middle. Runs into two Knights players. Neely can't clear. Down low. Antonov loses the handle. Slow to find balance. Back to the blue line, just under 20 seconds to go. Morris, Balaz, Vitali misses his stick again. Shot coming in, deflected wide of Walker's net. Good block in front. This time, looks like Matt Barron again. Antonov, down to Balaz. Back to Vanya. Knights back to full strength, shot from the blue line. Blocked immediately by Kieran Brown, and will race away the other way. Jordan Wacer, shot saved by Priest on the breakaway. The Bees get away with one at the other end.
And I think in that situation, the Knights would have much preferred that was reversed, with Kieran Brown collecting the feed from Boace, not the other way around.
Webb skates straight at Bo Neely, gets round him. Neely with a good poke check separates him from the park. Fired towards Smith, can't get there. Webb beats Griffin to it. Leaves it for Morris. Doughty. Held up by Griffin. Battle in the corner. Knights come away with it. Neely sends Boyce away at the left-hand side. Drop pass finds Hayward. He loses the handle, causes the offside. 3:50 remaining in the second period. Really good sustained period of pressure there from the Bees, although they have changed the shooting style up a little bit now. They're being more selective. They're not bombarding the net as they were in the first period, so they're not really stretching Walker as much as they were in that session. Apologies, folks. My colleague is currently tormenting our 10-year-old producer. Look, you stole a cookie from a child. You could hardly take the moral high ground there.
But I gave the child 2 donuts.
That's called bribery. Face off in the neutral zone. Beans come away with it. Puck finds way around Ross Bottom, just helps it on its way from the centre ice line. Walker pushes it behind the net. For Baldwin. Sets Hayward away. Hayward waits, gives it up to Witkowski. Witkowski loses it as he runs into 3 Bs. That pass wayward. McMullen almost brings it down for Balaz. That drop pass to Goodbye. Goodbye away from one shot. That's gonged Walker on the side of the mask. Ross Bottom and Baldwin come together in the net. Knights the other way once again. Priest has to reach back across. It takes a deflection off a Bees defender and stop that one going in.
Brilliant alertness there by Griffin Priest to get that hand down off when the puck bounced off of his pad. At the other end, Dom Goodbye again being allowed to cut through, get the angle. This time, Walker just gets the either the mask or the shoulder into it. We're just going to see it here. Yes, see that cuts across on the angle. He's looking for the top corner, but I think just hits the shoulder and Ding cleared and played out.
Knights with it. Hare throws it around the net. And try and set something up behind the cage. Taken away this time by Nags. He loses out once again. Archer tries to throw it to Endicott. That one will go straight out the zone. Tries to collect. It's tick under 2.5 to go in the second. Neely finds Archer. Gives it back to Neely. He gets past Vitali. Loses the puck. Archer on clean-up duty. Carries it into the zone. Can't get around the first man he meets. But then again beats Rose to the loose puck.
Bit of miscommunication there between Rose and Antonov. I think both were thinking that the other one was going to go for the puck.
Shot from the blue line, runs into a wall of bodies. Knights recover it though. Griffin. Shot through traffic. Priest sees it late. Clangs off the stick and he'll cover up as the clock ticks under 2 minutes to go in the second.
Line out there again of Rossbottom, Balaz and Gabai.
Face off, 2 Priests left. Everyone loves a fake puck drop. Bees come away with it. Baird will try and fire it out of the zone. Kept it in the blue line.
Everyone but the 2 centremen trying to take the face off.
Puck comes loose. Balaz just gets it out of the zone. Perry. To Barron, can't get under control. Great jumping grab there by Perry to get that one back down. Fired into the zone, Priest pushes it aside. Probably takes it away from his 2D men. Knights in front of the net, and that comes from a silly error at the back. 38-33, it's thrown back across goal. Can't see who tipped it in from where we are, but we're back level at 2-2.
Well, forced turnover, broken play, puts it on the net. It takes a bit of a weird bounce, I think, when it goes on its way in. Let's have a look. Oh. Just the aftermath.
We'll never know.
We'll never know. Well, we'll know when the YouTube highlights come out.
Face off at centre ice. Knights come away with it once more. Yeah, we've had white and yellow, and now got grey and yellow numbers we're trying to see.
Ah, but with blue lettering.
Mac Howell gets the second Knights goal. It's Howlett from someone and Perry. And we'll find out what the first one was in a second. Annika French's going to work for us. Haywood tries to throw it across goal. That one blocked. Final minute of the second period.
That was very much a goal that was building for a while in this period. Bees just haven't really, aside from that power play, been able to make any of the offensive pressure they've had work for them.
Blazer throws it across goal. Tries to go back to the blue line, chance coming in. Shot blocked and fanned on, I should say. Can't quite see who it is. Antonov, good defensive work there. Just as Howlett from Perry. There was definitely another one. The Knights have scored again. Well, we're trying to sort out that one. The Knights score another quick one. 39-39. And as quick as they were 1 goal down, they're 1 goal up.
I think this one was Witkowski.
It's just thrown in on net and it goes through Priest and in. I think it is, but yeah,
he's allowed to circle out from the half boards, down from the line, and allowed to just put it on the net. And Priest has been able to have those a lot of those covered during the course of this game, but all of a sudden he hasn't had the last couple of those covered for some reason.
Kowski from Blazer and Baldwin is the Knights' 3rd goal. That one pushed towards Priest, he pushes it aside, and that will do it for the end of the second period. A second period that has been all Leeds Knights. The Bees get a power play marker. Oh, they're only get something out of it. And the Leeds Knights will go in after 40 minutes with a 1-goal lead at 3-2. And Chris, as you said, they've just Bees sort of sat back and allowed it to happen.
Well, the thing is Don Gabai, the way I see it, he likes to play a very defensive-minded approach where he's got that one high forechecker, and he's got the other four back, more focused to the back check more than going forward. And I think realistically that's hurting them in this game, because every time they try and connect with that one guy going forward and try to get the overlap with the trailing player, the Knights are just closing it off. They're closing off the lane to that second guy. They're closing off the puck carrier. There's a lot of active stick work from the Knights going through the neutral zone at the moment, and I think Goodbye needs to change things up a little bit in terms of the forecheck going into this third period if they're to get back on it even terms, because the Knights have taken the lead there, but it's not like the Bees have been totally out of this game. They've had offensive pressure. It's just they also changed up. They were peppering the net on Walker in the first period. They were shooting on sight. This period they've taken their time. They've picked their spots, and yes, they've got that power play goal out of it. But the rest of the time, they're giving him too much time to get set up for these shots.
Oh, we'll be back with the third and possibly final period in about 15 minutes' time. Here's a goal. Good work, Nick. See, you got that on the camera now. We'll be back shortly, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Slough for the third and possibly final period, where we've just had a rousing rendition of Let's All Laugh at MK from the Leeds Knights block. As it's currently the Romford Raiders 3 and the Milton Keynes Lightning 2 after 35 minutes. Elsewhere, it's the Telford Tigers 3, the Swindon Wildcats 0. And in Peterborough, I'll be honest, the Wi-Fi isn't great in here, so we don't know what the score is.
Sorry, that'll be me. I'm downloading the latest episode of Fallout.
I wouldn't, it was pants. It is Peterborough 3, Hull 3 after 25 minutes. So as it stands, it will be Leeds versus Swindon and Peterborough versus Telford.
And for anyone keeping up with the Elite League, Sheffield are currently 2-1 up in the playoff final.
Elite League, in air quotes.
Here,
elite. It's Bees 2, Leeds 3. The second period stats brought to you by Nick Kleinberg. The one goal for the Bees scored by Dominic Goodbye. All three for the Knights in that period. Matt Barron, Matt Howlett and Jake Witkowski. Shots on goal in the second period. There were 7 on Harrison Walker, 16 on Britton Priest, and boy did it feel like it.
Yeah, it really did feel like it. Bees really need to work out a way to get the pucks clear. Rebounds have really been the issue in that last period. They weren't able to clear pucks, which led to both goals against them.
Unfortunately, we have now currently lost the interest of producer Thomas now that he's got his Ryan Webb own and loan jersey. He has completely given up the rest of the night, so Nick is retaking control.
He's more interested into a game on his phone.
Can't get the staff, can we, Annika? No. You can tell it's the last stream of the year, can't you?
You'd have thought an own and loan jersey would have... the Bees return to the ice.
Yeah, and the Knights, 20 more minutes. I must admit, it is still very weird being outside, and it's still being light, of course.
Is it still light outside?
No, well, it's only 20 to 7. Chris, as per usual, on his arrivals here, has entered the 50-50 draw, which guarantees you that he will, of course, be nowhere near the winning ticket.
I'll be at least 50 off the winning ticket, I reckon. Yeah, you'll have to forgive me. In Streatham, normally we've only just started the first period of this on a Sunday, so my internal hockey clock is all over the place at the moment. As Danny Pershand plays Put Your Hands Up in the Air. I think that's the third time he's played that this evening.
Well, if you want to actually put your hand up in the air for a change.
Puck is dropped, and Bees win the face-off this time, and it'll be played back to Morris, who will dump it in, but it's intercepted at centre ice, and now here come the Knights. Shot is blocked by Stead, and Priest will cover it up, and there's a little bit of choppiness with the sticks afterwards.
You do one playoff final weekend, you think you can steal my job again?
Sorry. You look.
I was trying to find the others to see if anything had happened. I looked away for 1 second, and he's jumped in my grave. Bees in the draw.
No, that was Ali Pally, mate.
Don't remind me. Kept it in at the blue line, fired towards goal, blocked by Baird. Barron. Down low to Howlett, tries to shovel it up to Brown. Circling between the face-off dots.
If anyone from the EIH was listening and heard that little bit of play-by-play by me, I am available on Sunday morning for the NIHL 1 playoff final, and will be in Coventry.
Other commentators are available. Ross Bottom through the neutral zone. Runs into a grey-shirted wall, Knights turn it over. Hare goes back to the D partner. Fired a heist to Witkowski. He gets it away from Vitali. Stead plays it off the glass. The bounce takes it on goal towards Walker. Knights into the zone. Far across, blocked by Antonov, he'll take it the other way. Antonov tries to find Smith, or Vitali, sorry, even. Get the right one eventually.
It looked more like he was trying to get the angle on a shot and pick out the corner, but he was closed out.
Bees circling, Harvey Stead at the blue line. Fired towards goal, kicked aside by Walker. Vitali down low. Puck in front, Antonov able to put it home past Harrison Walker, and the Bees tie the game back up 42-10 with Antonov's 6th goal of the playoffs.
Well, the Knights back off a little bit here on the defensive, and it allows Vitali to finally get that cross centre seam, gets it to Antonov in front, and he is not going to miss from there.
Able to shovel it under the glove of Walker.
Again, that cut across from the outside to the inside has led to a goal for the Bees.
Nice, plays it in. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right, but the trouble is obviously the opposition working out a way to fix it. As puck comes in on the net and I'm almost talking over goal number 4.
Knights play it ahead. Endicott takes it away from Nance. Down low to Archer, he loses out to Webb. Doughty can't clear it, Endicott can't keep it in zone as Webb pokes it away. Antonov from Stead and Rose, the Bees' 3rd goal. Smith can't find Doughty. Played ahead, good block there by Jonathan Saw.
Stead and Rose, I could have
Well, they've just announced.
I could have sworn Vitali was the man who...
I'm just repeating what the DJ said. Goodbye, fires it into the zone. Knights get there first. Opportunity for the stretch pass out to Witkowski. 1 man to beat. Witkowski loses the handle. Down like Barron. Back up to the blue line. Here it comes, shot in front, and that's off the stick of Priest and wide. Brown. Down to Barron, goes to the wraparound attempt. No, Morris cuts it off. Back to the blue line, tip in front by Howlett. Morris can't clear it out the zone. No picking. Kieran Brown at the back door, that one goes through the paint and out the other side.
That was very good use of the screen there by Kieran Brown.
And that is even better use of Kieran Brown as he ghosts away into the slot and fires that one past Britton Priest. The Knights retake the lead, 44th and 0-3.
Brown, as you say, ghosts away, loses his man, gets to the front of the net. And here, it just comes out of the corner to him, and all he has to do is apply the one-timer, and it's into the net. Goes 5-hole on Priest. And the Knights are back 4-3. And, oh, I was nowhere near on the 50-50. Someday.
No days.
I was once one away on the 50-50 shirt in Coventry, on the shirt raffle in Coventry. I'd given the winning ticket to my partner of the time. So she walked away with a Greg Chambers jersey and I walked away with nothing.
Face off left of Priest, as for some reason we have Tom Jones.
Perhaps Danny's put the system on shuffle.
Yes, but I have to ask why Delilah? Ethan Hare round the back of the net. Turned over, Nags finds Antonov, who takes it away from Dylan Hare. Foot race to the puck is won by Neely. Knights into the zone, cut off by Brendan Baird. Left for Rose.
I'm not sure what Rose was trying there. He seemed to, again, back off of it, like he was expecting Nags to go for it.
Step for Webb. Pushed aside, but isn't able to find the pass. Turned over, Knights the other way. Fired cross ice, attempt to get to Witkowski, kept in by Blazer. Witkowski dispossessed by Kelly. Vitale, room to get away, finds Webb, he loses the handball as the Bees change. Webb can't quite find Stead on the pass, Knights into the zone. Webb misses on that check, shot from the blue line, blocked it by Witkowski. Haywood, back to Witkowski. That shot blocked by Doughty, that was that.
Again, that was a situation that was caused by playing it instead of into the space, playing it, bouncing it off the board 2 foot behind him.
Played ahead, icing waved off. And very nearly a too many men call there on the Bees. Knights into the zone, and lose out on that one. Goodbye, round the balls to Barnes. Goodbye. Will carry it out the right hand side. Rossbom with a little pick play there. As Goodbye goes to the front of the net, tries to shovel it under Walker, it's pushed aside. And the Leeds fans have started a Mexican wave. Ban them all immediately.
There's also there's one fan down there in a Sheffield Steelers jersey.
No one's perfect. Barron.
I don't know whether to go over and tell him that Nottingham's several, it's about 50 miles.
50? Your geography is horrendous. Barron from the face-off dot, down low, finds Howlett.
A couple of 100 miles north.
Spins away from Morris, back to the blue line. Cross to Hare. Back across, shot on goal. Priest sees the first one, rebound loose in front. And Kieran Brown once again left wide open at the back door. Fires it home for goal number 5 for the Knights. 47-17, and Brown's 5th of the playoffs.
And again, it's the rebounds, it's the loose pucks in front. Kieran Brown collects the rebound off Griffin Priest and then has an empty cage to just fire it into.
Not the player you want to be leaving that much room to.
I mean, I'm beginning to think the first couple of periods of this game, the Knights haven't possibly gotten out of first or second or third gear, and now they're amping up just to try and close this out.
Well, they are now as Barron fires that one on goal. Priest kicks that one away. Harvey Stead on clean-up duty for that one.
Possibly the news of what's happening up in Peterborough has also filtered through to them, and they've decided to go all in to get those.
Hull are now 5-3 up in that game, as I've just checked. So Leeds will be the number 1 seed in Group A. Nags takes it away from Ethan Hare. Brown from Baldwin, Knight's 5th goal. That one thrown in on net. Priest gloves it down and holds on. 12:07 to go in the third.
Elsewhere at the end of the second in NK is 3-2 to the Raiders. Well, sorry, it's in Romford, isn't it?
Yes, it is in Romford.
Yeah, my geography is terrible, as we've already established. But it is still 3-2 to the Raiders.
I feel like we should address the elephant in the room that Chris is obviously still hurting, as he is a Toronto Maple Leafs fan.
Lol. Oh,
Harvey's dead. Finds bed. Doughty tips that one ahead and won't meet the goal line for an icing call.
All I will say is if I had a nickel for every time the Toronto Maple Leafs lost game 1 in a playoff series, I'd have several hundred nickels, which isn't odd, but...
Webb fires shot goal, Walker holds on.
Which isn't a lot, but it's odd that it happened that many times.
Face off right of Walker. Won by the Knights. Carried over the blue line, batted down by Colvin. Smith back to Stead.
It's now 4-0 in Telford to the Tigers.
Kelly. Pass wayward. Carried into the zone by Barron. Escorted away briefly. Loose puck. Barron first to collect it. Down low Boycer. No look pass to Witkowski. Stops, waits. Shot saved by Priest. First person to the puck is Barron again. Boycer. Back high. Shot comes in. Fired over the bar. This time from Colvin. Balance. Long stretch pass finds Goodbye. Goodbye into the zone. Tries to drag the defender off to the left-hand side. That one's saved by Walker. He covers up the second time of asking and holds on.
They had Rossbottom there waiting at the back post, looking for a carbon copy of the first goal that they got together earlier this evening. But just there, I think with the Knights, I said, I think they may have stepped things up a few gears because the speed has definitely increased that they're employing, and they're shooting on sight now. They're not looking for the perfect moment. They're just peppering the net.
Bees win the draw. Antonov will try and shovel that one under Walker. Whistle eventually goes. No sign of where the puck is. Goal has been waved off anyway. Be interested to see if it had gone out in. It's very definitive. No Bees players complaining about it, and the referee was very definitive on that.
I think the referee might just have been covering
all bases.
Yeah.
Face off. Once again, won by the Bees. Morris steps in, shot blocked in front.
Ultimately, with two metrics, you can use their referee's arm or did the goal light go on, and we saw neither.
Just because there's no goal light this week, we broke them.
Ah.
Or Nick probably broke them, he hates them. Rose from behind the Bees net. Tries to fire it up to Antonov. That will go length of the ice. Icing called. 10:01 remaining on the clock in the third period.
Question obviously for the Knights right now is, it's the 2-goal lead question. Do you close this out now? Do you just shut it down defensively, which they've been doing a very good job of, because the Bees are being forced, they have to fight their...
Handbags in front, and we finally have a go. James Archer and Liam Morris. James Archer very much looking to go with a bang, and the linesman have jumped in way too early there, I'm sorry.
That happened the last time these two had a fight when I was here.
James Archer giving it the heavyweight champion. Mate, that wasn't even a good fight. 50-0-3 time of the penalties. I'd argue you'd have a 10-minute unsportsmanlike there, but hey ho.
I think all of us up here now have had the penalties that we predicted.
Happy now, Nick?
Nick, you happy? Yeah. And Tom wasn't here to see it.
He's got his Ryan Webb shirt. He is quite happy. He is checked out.
He's got his iPad out, and he's currently in the
up in the production
in the production office. But Aidan Doughty as well in discussion with the referees. I would assume that's just as part of his assistant captaincy duties. I mean, that's been bubbling since first period, where where we obviously...
End of the game yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So producer Nick has informed me actually that's been bubbling since yesterday. End of the game yesterday. So that would explain earlier in the evening. And
yep. They're just here to make friends. I believe that was 5 for fighting each, but don't quote me on that.
well, it's not gone on the board, so...
No, teams are playing the Gladiators theme tune for some reason.
Well, it's either that or you play the Rocky theme when a fight breaks out, or Beastie Boys.
For that, you'd actually have to have a fight break out. Is that one goes up into the Bees bench?
And well caught by Vanya Antonov. I think that was Vanya Antonov. He's one of several players on the Bees bench wearing a bubble dome. Nightmare last year trying to do Twitter updates for Stratton was trying to tell Vanya, Ziggy Beasley and Thomas Skokan apart because they're all the same height and they were all wearing red bubble domes.
I find the numbers on the back help. Nags carries it over the blue line. For a minute I thought there was a whistle. I think it might have been the Zamboni Goliath.
It was.
Bees with her. Down the puck. Knights try and carry it out the zone. Good pressure from Doughty. Keeps in the zone, finds it back to Doughty, pushed into the far corner. Back to Nags. He's pinned to the Knights bench. Knights the other way. Doughty on the back check, able to take it away from Barron.
Top line's out.
Knights look to clear. Haywood takes it over the blue line. Goodbye. Drops it off for Rossbot. Back to Kelly on the blue line. Baird. Looking for an option, finds Goodbye. Goodbye gets flattened as he makes the pass. Pass attempted through the slot to Kelly, and the Knights break the other way. Lovely toe drag from Witkowski. Good back check from Bowers and Baird to break up any chance.
He's not happy there. He was looking for something from the ref on that play, and there's going to be a slashing call now.
I think it's going to be Brendan Baird going for that one.
Yep.
2 minutes for slashing, 52-02. And the Knights will go on the man advantage for the first time tonight.
Power play that's converted 52 times out of 199 chances this season.
Yep, and 8 for 18 in the playoffs so far, 44.44%. The Bees' penalty kill has been somewhat really good in the playoffs. It's about one thing that's gone right. Only 3 goals, 81.25% success rate. And now I've said all of that, the Knights are going to score. Howlett through the slot. Here it comes. Wrap around Kieran Brown. Oh, and it goes through the crease. Kept in at the blue line.
Well, the thing about this Knights power play, as we're seeing here, they moved it at such speed. Tape to tape, every pass is just crisp, tape to tape, up and down, across and around.
Shot from Neely into the glove of Priest, 7:29 to go.
Realistically, the best option the Bees have here is maybe be a bit more aggressive on this penalty kill and go after the puck carriers if you can catch them.
Face off, left of Priest. Won by the Knights. And they'll go straight back to work. Set up shot, pass across, Barrett tries to fire it through the body of Dan Rose.
It's a good shot blocking there by Rose. Priest will cover it up as it comes loose out the corner.
It's the third time tonight we've had that.
Yep.
Face off, once again, won by the Knights. Witkowski back up to the blue line. Witkowski dispossessed by Balaz. Balaz outmuscles the forward. Looks for a trailing Tom Goodbye as Witkowski throws the hit on Balaz way after the play is gone. think we've really been given an eye-opener into Danny Purchas's personal music taste, and it is horrendous. Face-off, won by the Knights once again. 200 feet in the wrong end. Quickly brought up ice. Witkowski through the slot. No one there in a grey shirt. Braden.
35 seconds left on the penalty.
Fired across again. Down low Blazer. Braden in front. Shot off the shoulder of Priest. Stead. Push off the puck by Hayward. Not loose out of the pile. Holstead chips it round Witkowski, collects his own rebound, runs into a wall. Hayward down low, goes to wrap around, off the back of Goodbye. He'll fire it round the boards.
Almost banked it in off Goodbye there.
Almost. Bees try and change on the fly as they return to full strength. Knights once again into the zone, towards the front of the net. That one's pinged off the inside of the pipe by Matt Hayward. As the trailing forward, Antonov able to tip that one ahead. Walker settles it down.
He's all caught down in the bottom corner though, not really able to turn and move with that puck.
Priest covers up the loose puck. 5:33 remaining in the game.
And update of what's happening elsewhere at the moment. It's now end of the second. It's Phantoms 4, Seahawks 6.
We all know what the fun one is. It's Telford 5, Swindon 1 as well.
Yep.
Shot through traffic. Blocked in front.
Well, and of course the really fun one is Raiders versus MK, but that's on a intermission at the moment.
Heavy landing against the boards for Antonov. He is up and okay. Shot from the blue line. Falls back to Antonov. He bounces back to his feet. Rose carries it ahead through neutral ice. Drops it off for Antonov. Tries to find Vitali, but a despairing dive in front by, I believe, Jordan Griffin. Breaks that one up. Kelly on the back check, takes that one away from Howlett. Antonov fires cross ice for Vitali. Eventually gets it under control. Poked away. Knights the other way. Baird takes that one away from Kieran Brown. Vitali into the zone. Drops it off the Rose, winds up, fires. That one straight into the Knights logo on Walker's chest. He'll hold on.
Well, 4 minutes 37 seconds to go. These offense with the face-off here. This is probably the most must-win face-off that they have here in the offensive zone.
Archer and Morris have returned to the game as Webb wins the draw. Kept in by Stead. Tries to fire it through a body. That one blocked by Blazer. Knights the other way. Witkowski dangles his way around Smith. Pinching in. Shot fired off of Harvey Stead. That's caught him up high. And Bruce holds on.
He does not look comfortable. I think that's caught him in the arm somewhere.
Face off, won by the Knights. Shot towards goal, tip in front from Matt Hayward. Takes it just wide of the post this time. Hayward, once again, shot in front. Snapped stick on that one for Jordan Blazer. Priest still has to kick it aside. Long stretch pass up ice, tipped away by McMullen. Finds Blazer as he collects a new stick off the bench. Doubling puck, Morris gets it under control. Baird. Balance. Takes it around Archer. One man to beat. Doesn't get there. Goodbye. Down low. Ross bottom. That's kicked aside by Walker. Archer, throw across goal, Knights still with it, and Barron can't quite get it under control. Get a shot away, that attempts a pass blocked by Morris. Rossbottom chips it ahead, Balaz leaves it for Rossbottom, tries to stick on his way through three Knights defencemen. No success there. Morris back to collect the loose puck. Fired off the plexi, falls to Balaz. Crossbot. Finds the bar on the right hand side. Tries to cut in once more. Bannon. Chipped ahead for the Knights. Shot on goal, saved by Priest. Brown gaining the chance away. Banks tries to, oh sorry, Vitali tries to find it for Morris. Everyone leaves it as we tick on the 2.5 minutes to go.
And the third has started in Romford.
We won't be able to bring you the final score from that on the stream, unfortunately, but so keep your eyes peeled on all social medias. Rose plays that one ahead.
I think he got away with a bit of a tripping call there.
Final 2 minutes of the Bees season. From behind the net, Antonov outmuscles one of the Knights' D-men. And then gets bodied himself in retort. Held up against the boards. Bees finally able to bring it away. Stead loses out. Knights break 2-on-2. Dispossessed and kind of an offside as Brown and Antonov come together. Brown and Kelly, sorry. Bubble screens. Now I know you're paying, Chris.
But I thought the numbers helped.
And you can see them.
Point out that would be my problem because I'm always looking side on.
Yeah, you're always at centre ice.
Yeah.
How dare you have a good vantage point?
I don't know. My vantage point's always ruined when somebody decides they want to go and get a beer.
Other drinks are available.
No.
Nick. Right. Well, we said the camera was working. You're going to have the final minute from behind goal cam. Enjoy, everyone.
And
Sorry about this.
And also, Lightning have tied it up in Romford.
Well, we don't like that. Nags into the zone. Around the back of the net. Fired across goal. Stead through traffic, tipped aside into the final minute. Towards the front of the net. Knights able to clear. Kept in for a moment. Knights try and break. Good work on the back check there by Nags. Smith sees a return pass, tries to backhand it towards goal. No one there in the black shirt. Knights will try and clear.
At the moment, Priest is staying in net.
As they go the other way, Hayward drops it off for Waser.
Webb now. Webb will skate it up the middle.
Webb through centre ice. Doughty. As we'll see the clock tick down for the end of 2023-2024 for the Bees. As Harvey Stead delivers one final hit on the buzzer, and the Knights will skate away with a #1 seed, and we get some more classy pointing at the scoreboard. As the Knights win 5-3, and Bo Neely is still going for it.
He is not happy.
It might be Bailey Perry, actually.
It's
I don't
Bailey
know which
Perry.
one. It is Bailey Perry.
Bailey Perry.
Yeah, that's a sour note. As the Knights take away the win and take away top spot in Group A. I would like to say that means they're getting the first semi-final, but Lord knows, I think they get to choose. But as it stands, it will be Leeds Knights versus the Swindon Wildcats in that semi-final. It's now 6-3 up in Telford in that game.
The good news is for both sides, everybody's managed to get through that without picking up.
No one's got injured, no one's got suspended yet.
Still going to get through the rest of the handshakes first, and obviously Bailey Perry is not.
Give it time, I'm sure there's going to be a few words said, there usually are.
Well, Harveystead and I think Harveystead and Bailey Perry just shook hands there, so none of the fireworks in handshakes this evening.
So we'll stay with you through the man of the matches. The rest of the walking wounded are here tonight because the end of season own and loan presentations are obviously taking place. Obviously, we won't be staying with you on the stream for that because that's going to take a while. So just wait for the man of the matches. As match line announcer Danny Purchard reads off the scores from 5 minutes ago. We can rest assured that it is currently Raiders 3, Milton Keynes 3. So, man of the matches first for the visitors Leeds Knights, who of course receive the empty box. Man of the match for the Knights goes to Jake Witkowski. Chris, thoughts?
Very, very well deserved man of the match. He's been in that. He's been everywhere up and down the ice tonight. Scored a goal. He's really come alive for them in the playoffs this year. He's their leading scorer in the playoffs at the moment.
And a hell of a mid-season signing, given all of the issues they've had with imports this year.
Yep.
Well, Knights fans, usually this is the point where I'd say, see you next whenever, but obviously we don't. That's it. It's the end of the season. Enjoy the playoffs next weekend if you're going. Enjoy your summer, and failing that, you're stuck with me next year. Sorry.
And you're stuck with maybe me making the odd guest appearance next year.
To be determined. If you're going to Coventry, please enjoy yourself. Have fun. I would say try not to get too drunk, but that's kind of the whole point of Coventry.
Really? I thought the point was to watch hockey games.
When have you ever watched a hockey game?
What did we just do for the last 60 minutes?
Well, that's my bad. I was sending a tweet.
Yeah.
Liam Morris is the shirt off his back tonight. He presents it to the winner.
Oh, it's now 7-3 in Telford.
The answer to the question, what time do the Wildcats face off tonight, is every 5 minutes. And then we'll have man of the match for the Bees. No, apparently not. I believe this is the Ryan Webb actually getting married over the summer. I believe his stag do is the week after next, I want to say. So they're going to give him some alcohol, as is compulsory. And then we should have the man of the match for the Bees. Possibly, maybe. I've also just seen the tiniest member of the Stead family is here tonight as well, as Harvey's just going to collect his newborn. I think Nick probably quote me if I'm wrong here, I believe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? Something like that. 2 weeks, isn't it? I think it's 2 weeks ago. We've also got Britton Priest coming forward for a presentation. I do love it when we don't get told what the presentations are tonight. I think this is because Priest is also getting married this summer. I'm not going to make any assumptions here. I think that's what they said. I think they just said Archie Bicknell, the team physio as well. Is everyone getting a presentation tonight?
Do we get one? Joe just flipping me the double bird there for that one.
Oh look, a moving bus.
Meanwhile, up in Romford, Carter Hamill and Brandon Ailiff have had a fight.
As we move on to the man of the matches, Nick, I also apologise for this because I have to go through a very long thing at the end here as well before we hit the button, since we haven't got a net game. But at least it'll be nice and quick. I'll try and do it quick. Man of the match for the TSI World Bees. Spoilers, I've already seen who put it in. As again, the winner and receiving an empty box goes to, come on, Danny. Goes to Dominic Gabai. Chris, he was everywhere at the offensive end for the Bees tonight.
Everywhere, 2 goals on the night. Offense was all about him, both in creation and the end result, scoring it. Beautiful, beautiful move on the first one, created the shot, the rebound that Ross Bottom was able to get, and then that second one just cuts inside, finds the gap and puts it under Walker for the second goal.
Well, so as that ends the Bees 2023-2024 season, as they're about to do one more giveaway, I think they're basically just getting rid of anything and everything. Well, I don't think me and Chris have any chance of winning it up here, so while they're doing
Everything must go.
So while they're doing that, obviously, that ends the B season as Dom has a signed bucket hat, I think.
Flannel?
No, it's bucket hat off the bar and down into the fans. The Bees will go for their lap one, and that ends the season, a season that has included playoffs this year for, well, the first time that I've been doing it. And obviously it means I get stuck with the inevitable task of listing off all the off-ice team that I have to say thank you to now. All 47 of them. So as they escape for their lap one, obviously no game anymore until September. So we'd have to say thank you to all the people behind the scenes who have helped the Bees out this season. Graham and Sharon Bauer, Richard Brown, Chris Callahan, Blue Line Photography, Becky, Katrina and Paul Clark, Richard Dobney, Zanet Martin and Rowan Goodfellow, Sarah, Tom and Ben Gordon, Lizzie Mark and Ali Hatherley, Hadley Hayes, Nick King, Beth Lake, Michael Lee, Chrissy McCarthy, Isaac and Steve Merry, Oggy and Gillian Mitchell, Imogen Mogg, Frankie and Jason Nataro, Charlie Parkin, Kim Ben and Danny Purchard, Doug Shepherd, Laura Simmons, Rachel Smith, Fiona George Smith, Andy Turner, Kerry Williams, Dave Williams, and obviously I'm going to save the best part of the team here for last, where I have Nick Heimhook, who has been pushing the buttons all year and frantically running around fixing cameras like last week. Annika Heimhook, who runs the Twitter most nights because she won't let me do it most weeks. Tom, obviously the officially youngest producer in the league, as he did, well, 1 period last week and 2 periods this week. So we'll work on it. Nick, that's your summer job. And obviously I have to thank all the people who have come and saved my bacon through the year. Obviously joining me on co-commentary, Dan Miller-Evans made 1 appearance and then decided to go back to being a goalie. I'll have words with him again over the summer. Tom Graham, who obviously decided he wanted to do a Swindon Wildcats playoff run instead of this one, for shame. And of course Chris Beale, who is handcuffed by the fact that he also supports a team that plays on Sundays most weeks. Chris, obviously you're doing one here, so I can say this to you. Thank you for joining me at many occasions this year. Obviously not as many as I think you would have liked during the back end of the season, but thank you, of course.
Of course, and thank you for having me. And you forgot to thank one person, mate. Thank yourself.
No, never going to happen.
No, okay. Because you're part of that as well.
Nope.
Well, I'll
thanks to Name Redacted. That's all for 2023-2024. We'll see you in, shockingly, 18 weeks' time, I think, if I've done the maths right. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy Coventry if you're going. Good night.
I'll see you there, folks.